I feel for all fans living in Oakland of the Oakland Athletics. And I say the Oakland Athletics because I truthfully mean the Oakland Athletics. Not the Athletics, not the Las Vegas Athletics when they moved to Vegas, but the Oakland Athletics. John Fisher up and decides that he's going to move the team to Vegas. And as soon as he leaves Oakland and moves to Sacramento to play in a minor league ballpark, he chooses to start spending money on his franchise. He goes out and spends the largest deal in franchise history now on Luis Severino, and then just goes out and gives Lawrence Butler a contract extension, 7 years, $66.5 million. And sure, you might come at me, oh, that's only $9 million a year, blah, 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 blah. But it's the fact that Fisher is now going out and signing the guys that he should be signing to extensions and keeping players with the Athletics. And he's actually going out and actually spending money on players. The fact that Fisher waited till he moved the team out of Oakland to really put money into the team is what really irks me as a baseball fan and really hurts me specifically as a Seattle Mariners fan, who right now we are dealing with this specifically personally with our ownership, as our ownership is now having this epiphany where they are not wanting to spend money when we right now have a team that if we had gone out and got, I don't know, maybe a Pete Alonso or an Alex Bregman to put in a lineup with guys like Julio Rodriguez and Cal Raleigh and Randy Arozarena, this team would be destined for a World Series. And I'm not saying that the Athletics are destined for a World Series. Clearly they're not. They're going to finish at the bottom. They'll finish as one of the last two teams in the AL West, but still the fact of the matter is he waited till the team was out of Oakland to start spending money. It's gotta hurt as a fan of the Athletics, especially if you grew up in Oakland. If you were a fan of the Oakland Athletics, lived in Oakland for years, put yourself into that team, put your all behind that team, and you're starting to see where the Oakland Athletics are starting to go out and increase the amount of money that they're spending on the franchise and on the roster and on the lineup and on the rotation. But for John Fisher to do that is really a slap in the face to not only just the fans, but the city of Oakland and the history of the franchise in general. But that's just my personal opinion. Hats off to Lawrence Butler on getting a 7-year contract extension. I think that's great for the kid. It basically, I think it just kind of, if I read it correctly, it buys out his arbitration years. He's still relatively he'll be a relatively young guy, so he will be able to re-up in his prime and get a very large contract towards the end of this deal, which will be nice, and we'll see how this all plays out. But the fact that Fisher is now actually signing players to extensions and spending money is a really telltale sign of just a greasy dude. Guys, hit me in the comments what you think about what John Fisher is doing now with the Athletics now that they've moved to Sacramento and are heading over to Vegas. And as always, if you want more daily baseball and sports content, you got to hit the red plus button and follow for more.